Her speakers is
They were on. She muted them.
oh, she did.
Yeah. Actually, I'm hearing the echo again.
Where real life meets a live mic. Hosted by Harold Shipley. Newark born, tri state raised, shaped by lived experience you won't find in a textbook. From street pharmacy to chef and CEO, from the streets to self reflection, he speaks on relationships, culture, belief, music,
Yeah,
worldview, and
this is.
everyday chaos in between. No script, no pretending, just real talk, a little wisdom, and a few laughs you didn't see coming. Let's get into it.
Hey, welcome to the Harold Knows
Nothing.
Nothing podcast. All right, still with the delay, with no delay, but it's still no delaying. I'm your gracious host, Harold. Apparently knows nothing about tech and time, but we are on time, pretty much. And yeah, my co-host Scott Black Rambo in the building. I'm gonna give
Hey!
him a round of applause for that. You feel me? Hey, how did you feel about the intro? Huh?
I
Did
liked it.
did you like it?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did. You are you, and it is truth in advertising.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Truth in advertising. I like that. I like that saying. I agree with that. So a lot of stuff to go on. I'm gonna wait for one of our main topics until Christy gets back. She ain't been on it so long that she apparently has some technical difficulties. Okay.
Oh, John.
Yeah. But and some of the stuff we're gonna talk about right now is actually something that she probably doesn't really relate to. Is not like her genre of everything. But anyway, let's talk about this Roots Picnic Jay-Z concert. It was off the chain. It was so Philly. It was definitely a Rockefeller celebration in regards to Beanie Siegel being out there, a lot of that movement, PD Crack, just a lot of people out there. Now, of course, there's a lot of people in that whole thing that went down that didn't want to perform or wasn't welcome, and they already said what they said. But as far it's all over the internet. There's clips everywhere. Jay Z's got an outlandish fro. I don't know if it's stitched in. I don't know how this happened. Because he went from boomerang dreads that you normally have to cut off or whatever to detangling it because he has $1 billion, so he could probably have 500 people just detangling each line of his hair, is what I
Oh,
want to
geez.
believe. Or he just
Well,
put
when you're a
on the
billionaire,
biggest, or he just put on the biggest wig ever. Like he hasn't been out the limelight, and he just did interviews where he had these big boomerang dreads. So I know normally the wigs. Normally you got to cut that off. You
pirate.
don't get right. So I want to know y'all feelings on that. I want to know, do y'all think that was a big ass wig and he just went out like that, or do you think he had 500 virgin hands detangling his hair? Uh, just let me know. Christy's back, so we'll get away from the serious conversation here. But Jay
Hmm.
Z, Jay Z definitely did his thing. Hey, Christy, what's up? How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. Let me
Oh,
give you
she
a
got.
round of applause.
Yay! Hey.
Yeah, with for being in the building. I don't know about the rest of that. It's our lame ass clap that we have. We use it for ourselves also, just so you know. How you been? What's going on with you?
Same old, nothing much.
Same old, nothing much.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, shit. Well, you seen we were talking about the Jay Z Roots concert in Philly. I knew you know nothing about that, nor do you care.
Nope.
So,
Tell
so
us how you
I was
feel.
I was pretty much I know a little something on that. People. I knew that she didn't fuck with it. Okay. But I'm glad to have you back in the building, man. We missed you here. You missed a great intro. Did you hear that intro?
No, I was trying to get my stupid picture up, but it wasn't working.
Oh, it wasn't working.
So
For
I
next
heard a
time.
little bit of it. It was Regina.
Yes. Was it cool? Do you like it? You think
Yeah,
she
but
she?
I was too busy trying to do my tech stuff, so the next time I'll have to listen to it better.
All right, Regina. Well, you heard it here first. Christy hates it.
No,
Okay,
I don't.
but
She sounded super
but
professional.
I know,
But I
didn't
just
she? Yeah,
yeah, but I just
I
wasn't
think
paying attention.
I think she was trying to upstage us, even though she's on the
Hey,
pod with us, of course. But I think she was
all
trying to upstage the smooth silkiness of me.
Yeah, that's what she was.
Um,
Yeah.
and then she just went to Regina, and I'm like, wow, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? It
all
was
I
really
know is
nice.
that I want to see your luxurious locks. I want to see a picture of your luxurious locks up here on.
Harold has to
That
show us.
Hey,
no,
I'm
no,
saying,
real talk.
I'm saying, because
That should be your avatar, the
Oh
locks
my God,
picture. That should be it.
luxurious locks.
I
Yeah.
have Regina helped me, and so I have it. I just don't know how to get it up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Regina's like Oz, so she's listening and she's giving us great advice. Hey, Regina, shout out. Scott's got it directly into the what is it called, Scott?
The
Ethernet.
router.
Ethernet, yeah,
Yep.
directly in the router through the Ethernet. So, shout out to Regina. Look how clear he is. He's very responsive. Scott, hit me with a quick one.
Booyah!
Okay, maybe not. So, what
Oh
we
my God,
got?
that is better.
It is better though, right?
Yeah.
So once we have your avatar, we're gonna have the whole crew back again. We're gonna be in the
I
building.
tell you.
You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? Hey,
Hey.
our viewers are up, and we also we're up to like 76 subscribers now. So we're gonna be hitting that 100 soon, which I'll be very proud of when we hit the 100. I don't know what we're gonna do for the first 100.
The Centennial.
Yeah, should we
Shit. Who
dress up?
knows?
Should we dress up for the first 100?
We
The
could.
first
I
100.
mean,
Shouldn't we dress up for it? What do you think, Christy? Should we
hey.
dress up for the first 100?
Sure.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm going out there. I'm gonna get the whole, whatever. I'm gonna be dressed up in the whole thing. I ain't gonna be coming as black man like I normally do, you know.
Oh
But
wow.
I'm gonna
Christy.
come. I'm gonna get dressed up for the first 100. It's gotta be something that means something. I gotta figure out something. Christy's good at this type shit. What should I wear,
Yeah.
Christy? What should I come dressed as?
I'm not really good at that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
come on. You come up with all those things. Should I come as a minion or
Hey.
something? Should I
I
come
Something
have
as?
special.
I have a minion costume for you.
Oh,
Remember?
I was playing. I was playing. Cause you see, this is that bullshit. This is that bullshit you be on right there.
See. Yeah.
She was like, "Yeah, I just happen to have a minion costume for you."
Do you remember? I showed it to
Yeah,
you.
I kind of remember it from the cruise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit, she pulled it right out. I should have shut up before I even said something. But I'm definitely gonna dress up as something. I got to do it. You know what I mean? For the 100 subscriber thing. I think it's a special mile marker for us. I mean, shit, we were striving to get to 50. It was crazy.
Hey. Keep pushing. Keep rising to the top.
Oh, Christy. Oh my God. Yo, you got to see this pic. I swear to God, she is so full of shit. Dude, the picture she got, yo, she's trying to shit on us. I'm glad your shit doesn't work. She's
Isn't she
dude,
cute?
yo, come on, dude. She did every perfectionist thing about her
No,
that she could do.
I just told chat to make me like
It
obviously
looked like I
not
painted
me.
it.
Huh?
It looked almost like I painted it.
Yeah.
Cause I always paint. So
And that's my luxurious hair. That's
yeah,
my hair.
Look, you hear this? The luxurious, and she did sell.
I
Didn't you
still.
just get another one off? Pause.
No. I was just doing an open house for one of my listings.
I was just doing. All right, so that's not a haircut. That's a rinse. That's a rinse. All
That's
right.
a pre. That's a pre.
Yeah, that's a pre-rinse or something. Maybe
I should
cook
be
the
Yeah,
hair.
closing.
that's pre.
I was supposed to not close on one. Like it was a mess. They went through bankruptcy, all this stuff. Anyway, I think it's actually closing tomorrow. So we'll see.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
haircut's coming.
I'm
Now,
not.
We
I
need
now,
to
don't
get.
but
get. I don't
I,
my
I
hair.
gotta see the luxurious locks, man. It's like you got that shit on lock.
Yeah,
I
That's
don't do
exactly. She
my
tough.
got it on
hair
lock.
every time I have a closing.
Well, you should.
Eh,
Well, you
yeah.
should. Because I think it's special. You know what I mean? I think tomorrow we're gonna check out some things or whatever, and things go well. Shit, I do the same thing. Things go my way. I want to trim and pause and get everything done.
Oh, am I seeing
That's
you guys
it.
tomorrow?
Huh?
Am I seeing you guys tomorrow?
Absolutely.
All right.
You're seeing us tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like we missed you, and you're gonna have this thing down with this avatar. You know what I mean? This, make it a little bit. It looks a little too cute.
Come on, I'm
Put
not
a
messing
put
with it
a put
Uh,
a
anymore.
put a scar on her face.
Okay.
yeah,
I
we
don't
don't,
know.
but we don't need you looking like a complete roughneck though.
I think
No,
she's
she does
beautiful.
not look.
I really.
No. If you see this dude, she did not do that. It caught me. I'm telling. Oh, can you see it? I don't know. Maybe it'll blow it
Hell
up.
no.
But all
Yeah,
right. So what?
hell to the no. It's Christy, she keeping that shit on 007,
I
trying to
mean,
keep that shit on the low low.
it resembles
Trying
me
to
a
keep it.
tiny bit.
No, it does. It does
Uh,
resemble you. Well,
I
you
need to
you
get
took
my
some. You took
eyebrows
some
done like
liberties.
that.
Yeah, yeah. You that brow was like better than the rock. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that whole rock thing. Like
those are
that thing was
killer
up there.
brows. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
those.
What they say on fleek, like that. Those things was on fleeky. Okay.
oh
I
God,
don't even sound right saying dumbass shit like that.
man,
You
we
better
haven't even
say
heard shit. We ain't heard that in a while.
that's why. That's wild as hell.
You have to
All
send
right.
it to Scott.
All right. I'm
Huh?
gonna send it. Yeah. You know what? I can send it to Scott right now. Hold up. Where did I get it at? All right. Got it right here. That's copy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send it. And
Christy, I know.
Scott has access to his phone now. At the same time, he's all the way teched up. Y'all heard me? He's all the way teched up. So
Had to reach in
let
my
me send
old
this
bag
to
of
Scott.
tricks.
Oh yeah. So now, Scott, I can also the audience don't get to see it until like tomorrow, but because she is the star now because she made that. I'm about
I
to make
know.
an avatar myself. I'm gonna do something. No, I ain't jealous or nothing. Don't get it
You
twisted.
want?
Kind of.
I'll have chat make one for you.
No, I'm making my own. You ain't gonna make my make my. You,
But I'm
you
saying I
definitely.
didn't tell him to do. I uploaded a photo of me, and
Uh huh.
I was like, make this look a little bit like me, but better.
Oh shit, that's wild for the night. She's make it look like me.
Okay, make it
Yeah,
look like me, but better. Okay,
but better. You
I
know what I mean?
I can dig it.
You know,
So you taking some artistic license.
she taking some liberties like a motherfucker on here, bro.
I
Her
didn't want to.
eyebrows are like just stunning eyebrows. You know
Yeah,
what I
I need
mean?
to get those eyebrows.
You know what I mean? That's not happening, Christy, until you sell two more houses. Okay?
Yeah,
So
so you got if you
that's
can't
when
get
you
your
get to
eyebrows.
get the eyebrows done with, the hair. You're doing
I
too
But
need
much
so
for
to.
you
me.
getting them plucked.
No.
You getting plucked or threaded. You getting plucked or threaded.
Yeah, so I guess is it? No, 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 no. Can you add eyebrow? See, this is how.
Yes,
So
you
I.
can. Yes, you can.
Okay, that's
A
what I
gay
mean.
friend of ours named Christian. Shout out to Christian. He's on a cruise right now, by the way, I think. But anyway, remember
Is he?
Christian has no eyebrows. He puts them on, and them shits look
How?
real, bro.
Oh, like
I
with
don't
Yo,
makeup
fucking
kid.
though.
know, huh?
Huh?
With makeup though.
And I don't know how he
Yeah.
does it. I'll be look, bro. I'm not gonna lie and say like I know because I don't know how he does
I'm
because
gonna
that
have to
shit
look
is
it
a
up.
yeah. You gotta look that up. You know what I mean? I don't know like that. I don't do nothing like that. So you know what I mean? Like, but I was definitely impressed. Like, yo, bro, his shit is laid out every time, except when
But
it's
you
like
notice,
raining or something.
hey,
I think something will
hey,
fuck
but
his eyebrows up. Oh, something
yo,
fucks his eyebrows up.
you
Might
ever
be
notice
vinegar
though
or something.
that
I don't know.
when he's sweating, he don't wipe his brow.
Yeah, yeah. He never wipes his brow. He dabs at that motherfucker.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
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 makeup.
exactly.
yeah. So it's makeup because
I
Yeah.
the
need
dab.
hair.
Yeah, yeah. No, you want to put real follicles on your shit?
Yeah, I need real hair. I want it to look like that
Oh my
picture.
god, yo, you're OD. You sold a couple out. Come on. All right. If you sell a whole apartment
Yeah.
building, then you can do the eyebrows. You feel me?
Scott,
The
look at the
hair.
eyebrows.
Oh
I'm
no,
messing.
no, no, no. She sold a whole apartment. She sold a whole apartment building. She getting a mommy makeover.
She'll probably do it too. That's the crazy shit about it. She'll be like, you
We
know what? I
just
ain't gonna
Yo,
do.
had a podcast about that chick that looked like a fucking ant. I'm not
I
really
said, mommy
into
makeover, not Barbie makeover. I
it.
said, mommy
yo,
makeover, not Barbie makeover. Please. What you showed us like, a doll. You know what I mean? Supposed to
I
be
know,
I just
right?
saw
plastic.
another one.
All
Oh, you
plastic.
did?
Yeah, I just saw another one in the store. They're running rampant.
I'm telling you. You said they're running rampant. So,
I'm like, where are they all getting this kind of money from?
from the people that want to see them look like that. That's who they're getting the
Mm.
money from. They're getting from the people that want, to see them look like a doll. You know what I mean? Like these are deep rooted problems. It's not that it's wrong to be attracted to someone. That's a good segue into what we're about to say anyway with dating. But do you have like a problem like where did your prepubescent, like where did your puberty start? Where did your interest start to where you got stuck on stupid and everything was going to be like just this one way, and it just never clicked that anything was going to age or gain weight or do anything else? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit, fuck that gravity.
Yeah, I get all that, but what I'm saying is like what happened to, because it's so readily available to get stuff done. You got women that ain't got that much money getting snatched up. Am I lying, Christy?
Yeah.
But it's a fact. Like they're getting to enough back. They're making it affordable enough to augment yourself, even if you ain't got it like that. And if you find enough suckers to do it, they want to see you like that. You know what I mean? In a certain way, it's like whatever. Me personally, if who I'm talking to wants to do all that shit, I'm with it. You could do whatever you want to
Have
do,
fun.
but I know, like there's a limit that you should be going to. You know what I mean? Like you got to still be careful. You can't, be, because it becomes one of those things where every time that's going to be your solution. It's not going to be a workout. It's not going to be, let me take care of myself and eat better. You know what I mean? Maybe
Hey,
become a meat eater instead of a vegetarian, so that you'll be healthier. Do something like that.
I have seen people like former friends, while friends or acquaintances of mine, seen a couple of people lost their wives, literally died on the operating table from doing too
Oh my
much, and that,
god.
yeah, and you know, when is enough enough?
Yeah, and what's that pressure like? What's that pressure?
For real,
You know what I mean?
that's a
What's
good
that pressure
question.
like? You're not gonna be able to keep that up. Do you think that's even reasonable to even think that, Christy?
To keep it up?
Yeah, to keep it up.
I think, yeah. No, I think they can. It's not like it's I think the people who've done it, because like I really do like look at these women a lot, and I'm like, all right, so there's two different things, right? So there's the people that go on the GLP-1, right? And
Uh huh.
they look a certain way, in my opinion. Um, not not in a healthy way. I'm trying to
Mm.
tread lightly here.
Yeah.
Um,
The opinions expressed by Christy G are Christy G's alone, and not reflecting on the sponsorship or anything else of this motherfucking podcast. Continue, Christy.
so but so but here the but the I think the okay, this is what I think. I think the women who do well, there's all different types, right? Okay, so for example, if I did it because I'm a little bit heavier,
Mm-hmm.
like I have the curves, right? So then I would just have
Mm,
to do my midsection. Does that make sense? So then I already have those natural curves, and you're
So
just
you would do the snatch up in the middle then.
right. But then there's the women that are on the skinnier, because you could tell because I'm on the beach a lot, right? So,
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good shit. Good shit. You
so
are you are on the beach a lot.
you could see you could see their legs don't match their butt, right? Like then you know for sure that
Oh,
they're a little bit
yeah, that's a little bit different.
they're
That's
a
a
little
little
bit
bit different.
they started off skinnier, but now they want to add curves, right? So then they
Yes.
added, but then they add too much. It's like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, if they were to do it, I just wish they did it to look a little bit more natural. And it seems like they're like going out of their way to not look natural. Do you remember what's that movie? The rabbit movie and the lady in the red
Are
dress.
you talking about? Yeah, you talking about Jessica Rabbit? You talking about
Yeah.
who shot Roger Rabbit?
Yep. Yep. So
Yes.
that's what they're all looking like now.
Well, I think the Kardashian stuff and everything
Yes.
it really spearheaded that because before it was like you had a J Lo or something like that, but it wasn't like oh everybody's going to do that. They were like oh either I was born with it or not. And then the explosion of the Brazilian butt job went crazy.
Hmm.
Went
Well,
crazy.
it's like it's like you said when they made it more affordable. I mean, hell, you can go and get a payment plan on your ass or your
Yeah,
your 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 mommy makeover now. So I mean,
yeah.
Hmm.
Can they
shit,
repossess it? What can they do? Like, can they snatch your ass back? No, I just want to know. Can they
shit,
snatch your ass back
Maybe.
if you don't pay your money? You know what I'm saying? like real talk.
or or they do it in such a way that they say, okay, this is how much it's going to be, and you break it down into payments, and they don't do the surgery until you to pay that shit off.
Well, I
That's
mean,
probably how they do it.
I don't think so because even from dental work on, you depend on your credit, but they can find somebody to finance anything. Um, you
That's
you can
true.
definitely get work done. Like I said, I think it because it's so affordable now, and that it's just out there, and then women naturally are going to compete. So no matter what no one says, they'll be like, all right, I don't agree with all this, but I'm going to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, they
It's,
well, they
and
still, you know, sorry about that. But they're still running to Mexico and the DR and to the Caribbean and shit to get work done outside the United States because they of course everybody's trying to get a deal. So you know, but man, oh man, oh man, oh man, enough is enough.
I just think like I said at the end of the day you you gotta be attracted to yourself. So being attracted to yourself is knowing that you're gonna get a little bit older. So your modification of what you're attracted to should kind of like keep up. I'm not saying like 80 for 80 or nothing like that. Everybody's thing is their own thing, but I'm just saying it should mature a little bit. You think, Christy? You think it should mature a little bit?
Yeah, I agree.
Right? So
Hmm.
and you should see that. You know what I think. Just watch some older porn. Don't watch the just the young porn. Watch some of the older porn, and then that way
Woo!
you're going in. No, but think about that. That way you're graduating up in age, and so therefore you're not looking for that same thing. Because if you're watching like barely 18 porn or some stupid shit like that, that's what you're looking for, right?
Hmm.
So you gotta still train yourself. Like if you're into that particular scene, like all right, this is what I'm into because this is what I'm moving towards. So you're moving towards one thing or the other. So either you're moving towards infantry, or you're moving towards maturity. So I'm just saying in that example, it's like those are the things you got to start looking to be attracted to. So on that note, so Christy, that was one of the subjects I had put in the group. Where's my phone at? Because I don't know how I put it in there. What did I say? I got all this stuff open. Okay, I'm over here. Oh, here we go. Uh, Dating purely off attraction. Does it work?
No.
Be- because that's what a large majority of people do who haven't been instructed to do otherwise. Is they date off attraction. You could be attracted to a dickhead,
Everybody likes what they like.
That's the problem.
right? You could be attracted to a straight asshole. You could be attracted to someone that's just an unkind individual.
And me and I talk to my friends about this too. And it's I think it's pretty across the board in our experience, me and my little group. And I swear it's true that the more handsome they are, the more messed up they are in their little head.
You said little head. I don't like that. Pause. Um, like you just
Damn.
assassinating people. Um,
No, it's just my experience and my
I,
friends.
I get that. I get that. And this, like, a good counter to that would be a lot of women that grew up beautiful are the better they looked at one time, the worse they are was as a person because they were used to manipulate. I've seen women that used to be beautiful and things didn't work out, whether it's gravity or skincare routine or sun, but it didn't work out in that manner. And so next thing you know, they still have that ugly attitude, but they ain't got the goods to go with it no more, body or face
Mm.
or whatever the case may be. So then what happens? You know what I mean?
Shit, the way
Yeah.
they look, the way they,
It's not even that. It's even just I,
the, the way they look like on the inside became their outside.
Ooh, I like that. What do you think about that one, Christy? Bang!
good. I don't
That
here's
was a good zinger right there,
it is,
Scott. That was it. That was it right there.
but I
That
feel
was
like
it right
Hey,
there. That was drop the mic. I'm sorry, Christy. Please.
once they know they're handsome, like even though they're aging, they still just have that conceited, not gonna try mentality. I guess maybe I
it
don't know any
sounds
that
like
didn't age well.
I don't know. It sounds like a maturity issue.
I don't know. It could be that too. It's just I don't know. I've dated, in particular, there well maybe two. There was one. I mean, beautiful. Just he was beautiful, and but he knew it, and he even said it one time, maybe a couple times. So he's like, I know that I get away with things because of the way I look.
Well, I mean, I think in our society, I mean, I think that because we are a visual society, that people who are more attractive do get away with more things. I can subscribe to that.
Um, I think I think something like that. It's got like a lot of layers to it. I hate to
Mm,
simplify something as complicated as how you look, how you treat it, what we're taught. That's a long line of shit to go down. But basic
mm,
fundamentals. If you take care of yourself and you look well, you tend to get treated better. You know what I mean? So that's just regular. But
yeah.
when someone's telling you that someone looks are beautiful, remember that. We like to say we're independent of it, but someone's telling us. So if someone's telling us what's attractive, then that's why too often in relationships you see somebody and one person will be what they consider attractive and the other person will be not what they consider attractive more often than not, right? Because and then that becomes what one is working with to be with the other one. You know what I mean? And the
Mhm.
attractive, super attractive, and not attractive person. I believe most people are attractive. There are some people that I consider hideous. That's just me. They may consider me hideous. They are more than welcome to consider that. You know what I mean? But what we're
True.
attracted to a lot in the beginning is what we've been taught to be attracted to.
Yeah, yeah. The standards of beauty do ebb and flow. You
Yeah.
know, depends on the opinion of the day.
Yes. Thank you. Their opinion of the day, because back in the day they had the song called "I Like Big Butts," and none of the butts in the video were big. Okay, not one. I was looking. I looked back. You know what I mean? Not
I
one.
like big butts and I cannot lie.
Hey,
It's,
Chrissy, you remember that video?
that's my go-to karaoke song. Yeah.
Yes. And you got a big butt, right? So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, in that video, not one person had a big butt.
I think that's when it started coming to be like popular to
This
accept curves. No.
yes, yeah, but they were still lying. How do you have a whole? That's like saying
I
you
know.
have a video. I got a big, Johnson, and then everybody in the video got a small Johnson. You
Yeah.
dig?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
it. You feel what I'm saying? You wild for
yeah.
you
Yeah,
wild
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
You're wild for that. Sound effect city with this dude. Um, but yeah, that'd be wild. And so I just look at the video like crazy of they were telling us one thing but still showing you another. So the control was in the messaging. They're saying one thing, and even though you're seeing something totally contradictory, you're still looking at it as if it is true. So that's a
Mm.
messaging thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's a messaging thing. So first you what you did was you sexualized the woman. You said what it was they're going to be sexualized was, even when they don't have it. So no matter what, you will apply it to all of them. That's
Mm.
messaging. You
Programming.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're being programmed. So you're being programmed to, have fun, do whatever. But what I'm saying is, in the grand scheme of things, everyone's going to be sexualized. Now that everyone's sexualized, now you can have the conversation about, hey, now the women are doing this, that, or the third to accomplish that, to feel that way. You know what I mean? Now, if it's about your personal feeling, I'm gonna get a tummy tuck because I personally will feel better and more confident with that. I'm with you. You know what I mean? I'm with you all day. I'm just saying that sometimes you got two sticks and a peach on the two sticks, and I'm gonna believe that this person, this is not attractive to me because now you're doing too much. You know what I mean? And that's not what I would want to date, because I would think that you're looking like that not for me. You're looking like, if you're looking like that for me, not really for you. You're doing it for me. So now that you're doing it for me, I can always replace you because you're doing something that there's always going to be another model at. So you got to sell more goods than just two sticks with a peach on it type thing. You'd have to come with something more. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that's what I was saying. So the dating um with attraction, physical automatic attraction being first. I think people should be over that. They need to get with people that's kind of like in their spirit zone. You know what I mean?
It's hard. You don't.
Yeah,
You're
it's hard.
swiping, and you don't even know
I
who
got
they
a
are.
hey Christy.
Mhm.
I got a question, and what does dating with a purpose mean?
Ooh, love it.
When
Hit
when
me.
when when
Hit
when
me.
when, when I see, I read a lot of it's like I've been reading a lot of different profiles and stuff like that. And what does dating with a purpose mean?
So I think it goes along the lines of intentional dating. So they're intentional. They know what they want. They're intentionally looking for X, Y,
I'm
and
so
Z.
sorry, people.
And so they want this long term. So okay, for example, if I'm dating intentionally, I'm not going out to just date around and have sex and whatever. I'm looking for my person. And as you guys know, because you ripped me a new one after I told you my requirements, that's
Yeah,
what
your
I'm
requirements is wild.
Hey,
that's what I'm looking for.
but they're your requirements. So I mean,
Yes,
I can't be
that's
mad at it.
facts. And I also said that too. That's a fact too.
Yeah. So that's I think that's kind of what that is. It's not just saying, "Oh, yeah, I'll go on a date with you today. I'm going to go out on a date with Joe next week," and you're just whatever. You know what I mean? You're dating with a purpose. You're looking. You have this. You have an end goal.
But
So the end goal is to
it
is to be in love, to have your partner, to have your security, to have someone that you know you can count on.
Hmm.
That's your goal. Now, does a label have to come with that goal, like marriage or something like that?
Oh, good question.
It doesn't matter. It's up to that human. If that's what that person wants, then that's their goal and that's what they're dating for.
Okay,
But
but
what
what
if
I'm
it's
saying for you, you're a big part of the equation. So I'm asking you,
Oh
if it was for you, would you need that title? Would you need that
no,
piece of paper
no.
to
Remember,
be to be
that's what it.
secure?
No, that's what I wanted the party, but you guys didn't like that.
No, 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 no. I'm just, again, a lot of times I play devil's advocate. I had a wedding. You know what I mean? It was a bunch of money blown, but a bunch of good feelings. There's nothing I regret about that wedding, especially since my daughter passed and she was a part of that wedding.
Yeah,
So money and time makes opportunities. You know what I mean, to create
facts?
awesome
yeah,
memories.
yeah. So I
You
never
know.
had that experience, and I want that experience. I don't give two shits about that paper.
Okay. So you want the celebration, the announcement that costs money, and the party that's a good time, open bar, of course, because I will be there. I will be making my toast that she will love me making, of course. Uh, right, Christy?
I mean, yeah, obviously, everybody. It has to be open bar. Nobody. I mean,
Yeah, I know. So,
Nah.
exactly. And I could be like not drinking for 15 years. I'll be like, you know what? Tonight's the night. You know what I'm saying?
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the
Yeah,
night.
boy.
You know what I mean? The hell with that. But no, I see it. Dating with a purpose is find you're dating to find your person, not to keep looking for another person.
yeah,
Is what you're saying. You're
yeah,
dating to find your person, not to keep looking for another person. You know what I mean? So, and that's as far as having a person that you can confide in and trust and just you know you know really know that you're secure. You know what I mean? Like if you're sick, if God forbid, and someone that you want to enjoy and make new adventures with. You know what I mean? Not just the same old shit that whatever you're doing. Like make new adventures with. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Building stuff. Just building something. So yeah, dating with a purpose, man. A destination, and the destination doesn't need to be destination heartbreak. Okay, it needs to be destination. Um, I don't know, destination something. So the dating with the purpose thing is. Are we clear on that, Scott? Do you got an understanding of it?
I do sorta, but I'm kind of like when you first meet somebody and you tell them I'm dating with a purpose. Like how are you looking for somebody else that's dating with a purpose, or how do you sort the people out, because I mean, don't you learn the other person's intent or purpose over time? I mean, I
yeah.
mean, you
So
got to
I
invest
think
some type of time in it.
yeah, but again, so like dating with I'm pretty sure across the board, dating with a purpose, at least the baseline of it is that you're looking for a long-term relationship. You're not wanting to casually date or hook up or anything like that, which I don't know about on your side, but on my side, that's even guys in their 50s, that is still what they're looking to do, which is
No,
fucking
I was
wild.
recently one of them. I agree the whole way. Definitely, I was one of those guys. So,
Yeah.
but what I will say, coming off the market, coming off of all that stuff, at the end of the day, the word term. You know what I mean? Like the word term is still is I don't know.
What do you mean term?
Like it's not a forever thing. Term is not forever, but you want the love to be forever. So
Yeah, I mean, everything has a
you can
season.
have your yeah. You can well you. I don't think so. I don't think love is ever gonna stop. Like everything, if you really love somebody, even when they're gone, even though they fucked up, even though whatever it is, you still love them. You may not be
Yeah,
in love with them.
I,
You may
I
not blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That thing has expired. But I'm saying a real love that people are looking for, what we're being sold on, what our souls are craving. For me,
Mm-hmm.
is someone that it's forever.
Forever, ever?
Forever. I want to
forever
see on the
ever.
other. I want to see on the other side. Now I know where I'm going is a little hot, so we can get ice. It'll melt. But it's forever. It's forever. It's wherever.
Yeah, so that's dating intentionally or dating with a purpose.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm. And
But
then
there's no
I
time.
think all the other part of it is that you're you're saying, hey, like this is I'm dating with a purpose, or I'm intentionally dating. I'm looking for this long-term relationship. I'm looking for my forever. I'm not sitting here trying to date everybody every day of the week. And also, if we are not aligned, and then however you want to meet emotionally, physically, blah blah blah, then you're not going to stick it out. You're okay to move on and find, because you're intentionally looking for your person. Does that make sense?
But what?
Oh, so you're
Yeah, but
saying
what?
is y'all mess around for a while and you figure out, hey, listen, this person is never gonna be anything. We're not the person that I wanted. So um, that's what we agreed on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just saying, just so you're dating for like, yeah, you're looking for that person, right? So you don't, it's not like you don't care that this guy doesn't have a job and a car and you're just going to date him. You're dating with a purpose. You're looking for that person that has the car and the job. And if he doesn't have one of those, you're going to say, okay, you know what? You're not the person for me. Let's move on.
Yes.
But
Oh,
what do
I
you?
get it.
But what do you think? But what do you think is an appropriate amount of time to figure that out? I guess
A
if
phone
you
call.
if you if you if,
What do you say?
if you're dating, if you're dating with this purpose, what is the appropriate amount of time to determine that this person is or is not aligned with your purpose?
Phone call.
I mean, it
About
depends,
30
Mm.
right?
minutes.
I mean, I have dated. I mean, I've dated people for a minute because I wasn't sure, and I was like, okay, because everybody has their pros and cons, right? So, like,
What's the minute?
Right.
What's the minute? What's the minute? What's a minute?
all right, okay. For example, this guy really like I felt bad. I broke his heart, and it was only like 3 months, and I'm like, dude, that's like so. But I move slower. I guess he must move fast. Whatever. I can't judge him, but he was really upset about it, and he's like, you couldn't have told me earlier, and I'm like. I didn't think 3 months was long, and I'm super sensitive to all this because I'm usually the one who like, you know what I mean, like I'm like,
Mm.
don't stick around if you don't think this is going to work out. I totally get that.
Hmm.
So now after that happened, I was like, so now I'm thinking maybe 3 months is too long. But you need time to know that person, know their mannerisms, know what they're like when they get mad, know what
So
they're
you
like.
talking about before you figure out what? So how long is it before you no longer are delusional?
Right. You have to get over the honeymoon phase and all that fun stuff.
That's a
Mm.
good question, bro. Yeah, like
Mm.
that, and that goes back to the question I asked. What is the proper time to get through the delusion?
And for me, it's a phone call.
One phone call, Harold. You don't know by one phone call.
One phone call.
I mean,
After that,
sometimes you do.
everything I get after that one phone call, I brought on myself.
Hmm.
Everything after that one phone call, I talked to you. You told me the truth. I don't care what lies come out your mouth, but how you showed up, what we did, what we didn't do. You know what I mean? Like when we're talking on that phone, there's nothing between us. There ain't no dinners, there ain't no nothing. You know what I mean? You're giving me your best, whatever. And from
Hmm.
that, I can still get the truth because when people say that people can't help but lie or whatever, you know what I mean? Like real talk, people can't help but to tell the truth. If you talk to them long enough, you'll hear it. Whether you want to pay attention or not, that's clearly your problem because they're going to
Hmm.
tell you. They're going to tell you when they gave you the opening line. Some people don't even need a freaking phone call when they say, "Hey, beautiful." when they don't say, "Hey, how are you doing?" first. You know what I mean? Hello, my name is. You know what I mean? How are you doing? I read some of what you was what you had wrote. I'm not gonna lie and say I read it all, but I read enough to be interested. So figure we can chat it up or talk. You know what I mean? That's real shit. If I'm coming in with the "Hey beautiful" first, I'm coming in with I'm trying to cut. I'm just it's an exercise session. This is just me hunting. You know what I mean? This is
Coming
just
in
me
hot.
playing around. Yeah, they telling you from the gate who and what how they see you. They can learn to see you different, but that's you trusting them to learn to see you different. But you know, it's rare that somebody show you something that is not, you know, who they are as a person. I've changed and grown. I'm 1,000% different than how I used to carry it. However, remembering that, like I remember my childhood very vividly, I know that if they're coming at you and they're not trying to come at you with real conversation, they're going based off the attraction. If the attraction is not there, that's kind of crazy because it is it almost doesn't feel sincere the relationship if you don't if you aren't attracted, right? That it's almost like you have to be attracted to the person.
I think that that's, I don't know. Well, as you know, I had an experiment the other day, but I think, I don't know. I think it's important.
I think it's important too because it, the attraction makes you wonder if the person call you back or what I mean. Some people they don't call you, be like, hey, I'm glad they ain't calling me back. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what you want to hear something really shitty?
Oh wow, yes I do. I'm sorry, it's my show. I love this.
So
Yes,
my
please continue.
my so my experiment of not of going out with somebody I wasn't attracted to, having a date.
Uh-huh.
Um, I felt more relaxed, more like
Okay.
not maybe confident. Is that terrible? Because I'm like, oh, like,
Nah, because you the shit now. You feel like you doing him a favor.
Uh,
You feel like you doing him a favor. Poor favor. Okay, like you lucky I'm
mm,
here.
right?
Continue. You know
But
how you look. Stop
mm.
who,
this.
who am I to think that though? That's shitty. You know what I mean?
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Everybody get to get their shit off
It's,
from time to time. If you get to
it's
get
not.
your
It's,
shit
it's
off,
not shitty to be confident.
no, not at all.
It's not. It's not shitty to have some good self-esteem. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not, not at all.
No,
It could
but
be fucked
depending
up,
on
but not shitty.
who you go out with, that's what I'm saying. Because usually, like, it's like I don't know. They're either on like. Do you guys think of it as like levels, right? Like they're on the same, just physically, right? We're just talking
Yeah,
physically right
no,
now.
I know. All right, just physically on the level thing. Um, I don't know. I'm attracted to women that look good, but that if if they open a mouth and they start sounding stupid, I compartmentalize.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
I just
So that's why I did
I
this
don't think
Yep.
experiment.
yeah because I seen something like that where I don't care if you call me back. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like I've been there. I could care less. You know what I mean? If I
Where it
never
goes.
see you again, good riddance.
Where
That
it goes into a either one or two categories: a persistent relationship or a disposable one.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't get what you want when you first meet somebody. So the physical attraction is what keeps them there long enough to find out if the other stuff is real. But the conversation you'll have will tell you all you need to know about that particular person. So it's kind of like, all right, the attraction gets you there to get the conversation because and everybody who they're attracted to is a mixed bag of what people consider attractive. So we're not even going to go with
Hmm.
what the look is. You know what I mean? But we will say when somebody's considered attractive, You go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Because you know what's
Yeah,
sexy to me about me being wanted. That's sexy.
yeah,
That's pretty sexy. So now, why wouldn't I go where I wanted? You know what I mean? I don't want people that don't want me. You feel me? I
or
don't want people that want me. I'm
or
sorry.
don't try, like, or you know what I mean, like if they're on like a higher, I keep saying levels, but if you know what I mean, if you're like, oh shit, he's super handsome, right? I don't like this is crazy. Like, what does he see in me, right? That kind of thing. Then you're gonna be more nervous. You're gonna be more like, oh, is he gonna call? Is he gonna text? What do you know? So so it was different with my experiment because I was like, and to everybody's point. I mean, he may not find me attractive, and who am I to think that I'm like out of his league, right? So I'm like,
Yeah,
but
but
I did.
what I'm saying is that's what they teach you on the girl power thing, right? I'm bad no matter what. You love me for who I am and all this other stuff, right? So
Mhm.
that's got to play a part in it as far as in your
yeah,
psyche. Like no matter what, all right, I'm not the skinny mini or I'm not this that the third, but I know I'm a bad bro. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So there's different levels of that,
Right,
right? A little
but
bit.
it's how you feel depending on how you feel he looks to you. Does that make sense?
No, that's some women shit. I couldn't. It can't make no sense to me.
yeah.
What the
I can't
fuck?
subscribe to that.
No,
Yeah, I can't
no.
subscribe to
I
that.
and here's the thing. I even if I don't agree with how that statement even came out, like I would still say you are right because I don't understand no shit that I'm not on. I'm not a woman, so I gotta let a woman be a woman or a person, a human being. You feel me?
Hmm.
And from my perspective, I see that's how you would think. You expressed it to me. I gotta believe you. Now from there, do I comply or do I don't comply? Do I feel it's worth it? You feel me? Like
Mm.
those are the things. Because my first thing is no drama, no stress. That's best thing ever. No drama, no stress. You know what I mean? Once we get past the no drama, no stress, shit, we 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 can talk. We can figure it out. But the
Yeah,
first
it's
thing
a
is
good starting point.
no drama, no stress, and that is if politics make you want to go crazy, we ain't dealing with that. You feel me? But know this: most people got to be aligned somewhat on their political views
Mhm.
just to roll down the street to eat at a restaurant. Cause you got these people out here, man. I ain't gonna call them whack jobs or nothing, but they be like, "Yo, this one is for a Republican and this food is for Democrats," so they won't eat at these places. I just found out certain shit. Like I found out Chick-fil-A was right,
Mhm.
was
I'm
far
the
right.
whack. I'm the whack job.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like there's a lot of people out there, man. They'll kick you in your fucking back, like karate kick you. Like why? How you gonna go get the chicken from the fillet? You know what I mean?
I don't do that, but
That shit is
I
that shit is
silently not
good.
support them.
I understand you
Yeah.
not supporting them, but
It
if
just
we
makes
going
me
on a
feel
date,
better.
they got salad.
Just like being vegetarian. Like I'm not gonna like the first question with every date, they're like, "Is it okay if I eat meat?" Yes, of course. I don't care what you eat. I care what I eat. I don't care if you shop at Publix or go to Chick-fil-A. I don't go there because it makes me feel better that I'm not supporting any of that.
Okay. So, and
Okay.
I didn't even know. See, now the public thing that's new to me too. All right, that's just go back there. Yeah, start there. Who do we have on the public?
All
Oh, we
I
got Black
know,
Regina. Many older
Chick-fil-A got
men
some good
deeply
chicken,
need
and
peace
so does
rather
Publix.
than drama. Hey, let me get this off from Black Regina, please. Many older men deeply need peace rather than drama, emotional safety. Oh, come on. Why is it always? Because I had to start all over. That's why.
Where is
All
Regina? Why
right.
isn't she on here?
I don't know. She likes coming through the YouTube now and chastising us and letting her know that she's listening to the conversation. And I still didn't. Did y'all read that off? Anybody did? She's
I don't see
companionship.
anything.
You don't see it right there.
You have your own, and then there's a one for everybody.
Yes, but this one it should be. It says public.
No, there's nothing in the chat.
Me no see nothing, man.
I just put the first thing in the chat.
And she just put hi, Christy. Or
No,
is
I
that
don't
you?
see it.
Does you?
No, I just put hi in the group chat.
Yeah, I just looked at it. I got it on the screen right now.
Yeah, I don't see Regina's stuff.
No, but look, I'm about to put. I'm gonna. I put the Regina's on right now. Do you see it?
No.
No. Oh, this is the new setup that they gave. Like this is a whole new workflow. I'm
Yeah, the only thing
so.
I see is Christie's. The only thing I see is Christie's high, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, see, and so Regina's you don't see. So
No.
maybe she went off. I don't know. I see it over here. I try to put on the board. It's actually still on the board. Let me put on the hide again. Um, but anyway, shout out Regina. She said that older men need comfort, safety, and a plethora of other things. Yeah, she just left the chat. That's probably why. I don't know because it's live. You know, in the live chat she had put it in. So I thought it would have stayed though. But anyway, where were we, man? Try to I don't know, accommodate Regina. It is what it is. Um, where were we with the egregious dude here? All right, listen. You tried the experiment. How did you feel? How did you feel ultimately? Do you feel like you care if they even contact you again or what?
Um,
Because that's the real question,
I,
right?
I, I,
That's
it's,
the real
I
question.
don't think it's not. I don't think it's that. I mean, he did. Like I got texts throughout the day, like just of pictures of his job, which I don't really care, but whatever.
What does he do?
A driver.
Oh, like a truck driver. Okay.
Mhm. So, but I mean, it was. I mean, the date went well. I just really love that he is fun. Fun is important to me.
All right. So he's very fun, but he's just not overly attractive. But
Hmm.
does he have good a good moral structure or compass for you where you don't have to worry about him? You know what I mean? Doing anything.
I mean,
What's your vibe on that?
he's unattractive.
So you think he doesn't get anything because he's unattractive?
Okay, let me stop being mean.
No, I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
know.
You like this dude can't get a bus ride. You know
Hey,
what I mean? Like,
keep it real. You know,
No, I don't
keep
know.
it real.
I mean, it was only one date. You know what I mean? So it lasted forever. He talked a lot about himself, which whatever. It's better
oh,
than
you don't
spending in
like that
silence.
though.
I just
Yeah,
want
you
to.
do
I just
not.
want a. And no, and nobody does, right? You want a back and forth conversation.
Would you give him a second chance?
Yeah, yeah, because I never meet fun people ever. And he's actually into. He actually follows sports. He follows baseball, which I don't follow, but I'm like I'm like heavy into football and I'll watch basketball too. And like I always find guys with no who aren't interested in sports. So that was cool too. So we'll see. I don't have
Mm.
anything else going on.
Hey, so who are you going for then in the NBA Finals? You going for East or West?
I guess East. Celtics are out.
So,
So
so you going for them Knicks?
I have to, right? I mean
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean I'm definitely a Celtics fan, but Knicks I guess would be, I'd have to root for them. And I know so many people who are so excited.
Listen, chill. Listen, my brother is like a quintessential Knicks fan, and I'm rooting. I'm praying that they win this shit.
Yeah, it's been what, 30 years or somewhere close to that.
Yeah, yeah. Not since 1972.
Okay, wow.
I think it's been 19 years since 1972 since they won a championship.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. And it's just waiting for the Patriots to come back on.
Well, shoot, all these teams, whether it be basketball, football, or whatever. I mean, they got to go through their cycle and whatnot. You get a good run out of your some of your teammates. Like you get good runs out of your quarterbacks and your receivers and stuff like that, and then they get old and they get older and time to put them out the pasture and then find something else.
Yeah.
Find another. They got to rebuild their teams and whatnot. So it takes time.
Yeah, definitely.
I know
But
y'all
the
getting
Pats
ready
are
to
coming
get
back.
on. What'd you
Huh?
say? I had to get a light. Didn't light my candle, so didn't want to mess that up. Great pod. So
Well, I was asking her who she was going for in the NBA championships. Was she going for East or West?
she
She
better
says
be
she's
going
going
for
for the
New
East.
York. Damn right. Even she's a Boston
Okay.
fan.
Yeah, she says, "Yeah, I'm a Celtics fan, so we're not in it this year."
That's exactly how she sounds too, bro. Like we're not in it this year. But
The Patriots are coming back though.
Christy, can I tell you? Can I ask you something? Do you know the history of what's about to go down right now in the NBA championship?
I think they haven't won in like 30 years.
No, they haven't won since I was 2 years old,
Okay, so a long time.
like '73.
Hmm.
Well, Wilt Frazier. All right, but here's the bigger thing. We
Yes,
went
that's
to the
what
ch-
me too.
we went to the championship
Uh-huh.
in '99. That's about 30, almost 30 years ago. It's like 28 or something.
Oh, that's
But
where I
anyway,
got 30 from. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like 28 years ago. 28, 29. We went there, and guess who we faced when we were playing that game in 1999? That we
Who?
lost, by the way. San
Oh
Antonio.
no, really?
Yes,
Wow.
and guess what? They had drafted this incredible power forward called Tim Duncan. Well, kind of
Hmm.
like a Wimby situation. Very tall, over 7 feet, but not Wimby 7'5". But you know what I mean. And this a generational player, and he won 5 championships. And that's who we ran into on a lockout season. And you want to know something else, Christy, about this game that's really important?
What?
Jalen Brunson's dad played for that New York Knicks team that lost, and
Nuh-uh.
he's also the coach of the team. He's an assistant coach on Jalen Brunson's team
Oh,
on
that's
the New York
cool.
Knicks. So do you understand? If they beat San Antonio, and it's a tall task to ask, I'll be honest with you. But if we beat them, because I'm a New York Knicks fan, if we beat them,
I shall
this will
avenge my
be
papa.
some of the biggest shit you ever seen. They're gonna tear the city apart, though. You know this, right? You know they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna tear that motherfucker down. Like there might be fires burning for 3 days. Like it's it's gonna be bad. It's gonna
They'll
be
be
bad.
cleaning up ticker tape. Be cleaning up ticker tape for a month.
Toilet paper. It's gonna be
That's what.
bad. I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad, dude. Did you see how we reacted when we just got to the finals? Like
Mm.
it's high security alert, and everybody's opening their building just to calm it down. Like if they got a movie theater or something, they'll open it up and sell tickets and have people watch the game. Like it's gonna be crazy, pandemonium. See, Boston doesn't need that.
New York needs it though.
Yeah, they
New
do.
York needs it.
We do. Gotham City needs it. We really need that. We need that ring. But that's why I wanted to tell you, Chris, that was so significant. Is that not incredible or what?
Yeah, it's
Like
awesome.
you couldn't write a better story for this.
Yeah.
For his father to be one of his coaches on his current team that's going up against the team that got him up out of there in 1999. So this
Yeah,
is for
that's
the history
Oh
books.
shit!
If
Shit,
we
that was a
lose to
change in the
him, it'd be like,
millennium.
damn, again. You know what I mean? It's crazy. What you were saying, Scott?
It was yeah, that was shit. That was a change in the millennium, right before the millennium changed.
Mm-hmm.
Millennium bug.
So
But
I thought this was pretty cool. You know what I mean? As far as with sports, and I'm also glad that Christy is back because Christy actually knows sports. She doesn't know everything about sports. You know, she knows the basic principles. You know, but she does know sport, and she attends sporting events. So if you stick with us,
that's
Christy,
what's
maybe
up.
we'll get you a press pass.
Get
Be
me a
like,
what?
hey, a press pass where you ask people questions, the football players.
Oh God.
Yeah, for the podcast, be like, hey, Christy from Christy G from Harold Knows Podcast. I'd like to ask you, how you getting those pants? Christy, get the fuck out of here. We're live. We're fucking live. What the hell are you doing? I've had 5 drinks. They
Get
said I
out
could
of the
drink it in
locker
shots.
room.
You're like, what the fuck is this? You just said you're trying to go for people for their spirit. Okay.
Get her out of the locker room.
You gave me the
Shit.
pass. Oh man.
Oh man.
So, Christy, how's Alta doing, man? How's she doing up there? She's in South Africa now, right?
Yeah.
I
She's
just met a
good.
person today from South Africa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we me and Sandra went the Sandra went to go get the her son broke his foot the other yesterday. So we had to get one of those rolly things.
Oh
The
no.
the scooter for with your leg on it, and the person was from South Africa. And I was like, man, that's crazy. I know somebody from South Africa. Well, kind of. Don't know him that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool.
But
Oh
she's still
yeah.
out there, right?
Yeah, she comes back the first week of July.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
So she'll be here for the 4th.
Yeah, I don't know. I usually go back up north for the 4th. I don't know if well, I'm sure we'll go
Mm.
cross paths before I leave.
Yeah. I mean, either that or when you get right back. What
Yep.
you gonna do on the 4th? What you doing up north?
I usually go to Vermont and go camping with my family, but I don't know if that's happening. I feel like I've
Oh
been up
shit.
there so often, like with my dad and then Deja's graduation, so it's just been a lot.
You're not doing anything special for our 250th birthday, our nation's 250th birthday.
Yeah.
250. This is an old
I'm
bitch.
going to I'm going to Trump's concert,
Oh no,
non-concert.
you're not. I swear to God. If I ever seen that, I'm done. I'm done. I
He
will
can't
never
get
see that.
people to play. He's gonna
What?
cancel it.
Hey,
Are you serious?
hey,
Yeah.
He's got Kid Rock.
Yeah, that's all he has.
Yeah, but and shout out to Kid Rock also, by the way. He's a recovering alcoholic and he's like 300 days clean. So, plus now. Shout out to Kid for that. The other shit you on, Kid, fuck you. All right. So he got Kid Rock. What about the other country people? I don't think they even fuck with him right now because the oil just he fucked up so much. It's ridiculous. I don't know what happened. I don't know what
hey,
happened, but
what about the MMA
yes, and that's what
that
I
he's
wanted to
gonna
bring
have
up
on the
too.
White
Thank
House
you, Scott.
lawn?
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. What about that? How do you feel about that? I did a little bit of a pod on that, but I wanted to bring it up again, and Scott was perfect timing. That's why he's Black Rambo. How do you feel about that, Christy? Like, I think it's like gladiatorial. I think it's too much Romanesque. I think it screams emperor. But what do you think, Christy?
Yep. I mean, listen, I literally, there's no words. What's been going on all these years? It's just
But did you ever think we would have? We never even
no.
thought to have a boxing match in the White House lawn. But
I know.
to show how a certain narrative or character of people have taken over, to see it on the White House lawn is kind of crazy.
Yep.
Is
There's
it not?
It's
Let
crazy, but there's so much crazy now. Like, if crazy is normal, does that make sense? Like, it's just,
I like that. Crazy is normal now.
Yeah.
it's like
Crazy.
Yeah.
every story I read and everything I hear, like, I'm not even phased. And in the first handful of years, I'm like, oh my god, and now I'm just like,
Eh,
this is what it is. Like,
exactly. Didn't I say that? This is what it is.
yeah, you
But
can't even surprise me anymore.
well, again,
Huh.
the White House lawn is going to be where they're going to be having gladiatorial type event as far as hand to hand combat, one of the most bloodiest sports, UFC, and the White House lawn. How degrading do you think that is? Do you think that's degrading people? I want to
Yeah,
know.
it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous. I
Do
don't
you
know. Like,
think?
I just don't know how many people are still, I mean, I guess a lot are still like standing behind him. Like, it's just,
I mean, he's lost some big supporters. Don't get me wrong. Some very big noticeable people that really fuck with him. Have left the fold. The increase on assassination attempts is at an all-time high. I don't know what the fuck that is. The other day, of course he was black, so he ain't make it. Um, but he definitely got clapped up before he even got through the gate. At the gate. So there's a lot circulating this guy, and this is from both sides that's been trying to get at him. So it's not like it's just people that you normally would associate getting at the POTUS. It's y- your Joe Schmo, your Joe Schmo. I mean, and
Mm.
a lot of people are just like most people are economy driven. You know, the narrative is going out that it's the EU that's doing it, and they do have their own thing going on too, so they're not exempt. But um, he's got a big foot in his mouth on this shit, and he sometimes you can't pick your friends or people that tell you what you want to hear to be in your cabinet. You might need to actually pick some people that know what the fuck they're doing.
yes.
What do you think, Christine? You think I'm on to something here?
Yes, obviously.
No, when no, how I feel. I'm a neutral party, but when I hear the person in charge of education sounding like he want Laurel Ingalls to be back in school, when I hear people in charge of your health are really spooked on a whole lot of stuff. I mean, there's no healthy balance. I just want a healthy balance. I like balance. I like checks and balances. I don't think the checks and balances are holding too well. I think the loopholes are being exposed. What do you think, Chris? You think the loopholes have been exposed where you can profiteer, so you don't take a salary, but you can make billions of dollars off a currency that you create? You
Right.
don't think that's
Yeah.
a loophole?
Yeah, but he's getting away with every single loophole. So, like, there's
Because it's a
so
loophole for
much.
a
Like, what do
reason.
you, right, for him and
So,
his little rich friends?
so what would you suggest then? As far as what would you do next election? What would be what you would be demanding of your not just the of the party? What would you be doing? Do you think that your party needs to grow a little bit?
I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I'm fine with my party. I know that there's the statistics say that they're not popular, but I mean, I think globally, hands down, everybody's like anybody is better than what we have going on because it's scary.
Yeah, but we got to talk about the United States. People put him in office. You do believe that the election is real, right? Or your conspiracy that it's not real?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, but the stuff that he gets away with and the stuff that he tries to get away with and tries to do, I wouldn't be surprised if it was somehow rigged. But I mean,
Hmm.
because it's really truly unbelievable that he
Why do you
had.
think it's unbelievable? Because the first election actually was pretty close. Even
It's
the one he
just
lost was not. It wasn't crazily apart. You got to think about it like this.
yeah, but
That's a voice out there. Not that we have to agree with that voice. I
right.
don't agree with the voice. I want to be actually clear on that. I don't agree with the voice. But what I'm saying is that's a large voice that has actually said something. Even when you see people braving the White House lawn or doing all the crazy stuff, that's still a large constituents of people that are doing something. This you can't just say they're just bad people and that's it. You know what I mean? There was a time where um, I believe the Democratic Party represented, hey, we have to educate the people to know more so that they're not being taken advantage of. And then I believe somewhere part, along the line, they other people hijacked the party and made it contemptible in some degree. And that has been exploited. And that's why we have this gentleman that we have in there today.
Gentlemen,
Because he spoke to people that thought they weren't being heard.
he was tricking them. He doesn't
Yes,
care.
but that's what tricksters do. But if the other power structure doesn't recognize that and educate the people, not not coming at them that I know
Uh-uh.
more than you, but saying more of, hey,
I know.
um,
I will tell you right now that they did
I
not
think
want to
it's
be educated, and
but I think people I think the problem with the party is they saying they know what people want, and other people are showing you what people want, and that's
but
why
what did they
it
want? They wanted this. Is that what they wanted?
they want somebody to act like to pretend like they're hearing them and then get in there and then take over, do whatever the fuck
But
they
do you
feel like
like?
doing.
But okay, and forgive me for saying this, but the majority of the his supporters are
Hmm.
uneducated,
Mm.
poverty level. So like
Yes.
you'll drive by these mobile homes and you'll see Trump flags, right? And I'm like,
Yes.
how didn't you guys like I don't even think it takes education. It just takes common sense to understand that this dude
What?
doesn't care about you who's living in your mobile home.
Yeah, and that's a fact. I always say that. David Chappelle is very famously gave a joke like, "Hey, he's not talking to you guys; he's talking to me because I'm a millionaire." Several times over, that's what David Chappelle said, and I get that, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, you still have to take a page out of the book of, "Hey, how do I get people to know that I recognize them?" It's still your job. You know what I mean? If you believe that you're doing what's best for the people, to reach the people. You can't just expect it just because that's your title now. Entitlement goes both ways when people feel like they're entitled to a vote just because the name of the party. When you still have to work those doors. And even on the other side, you still have to work those doors. There was a guy, Martin Luther King, right? They never messed with him, with the civil rights. They only got him when he wanted to do the poor man march because that was black, white, and everything else. So that's true power. That's really steering something. And people in his own party, people in his own coalition left him and he was by himself because that was what he was talking about, reaching everybody and not exempting people because they don't look like you, don't talk like you, don't have your education, but they are still human beings and they still want to be heard. So you can have a trickster go and get all those voices and then some, or you can appeal to him and be like Martin Luther King was trying to before they took him out. Be like, hey, listen, this is about have and have not. What's your value going to be? Where you're going to be stationed? Because with AI and everything else, your value is shrinking down. You're gonna have to be able to fight in front of the Coliseum. You're gonna have to be able to go in front of the White House. This is like a freaking movie from sci-fi at this
But
point.
but this is where I'm stuck. Like how I'm just I really do try to be I try to listen. I try to understand and wrap my brain around people's thoughts. But for the party who wants equality for all. How how do you disagree with that?
Because there's a lot of other stuff that comes with the party for all that the other party took into consideration. This nation is a religious nation. It said one nation under God, indivisible, indivisible. You know what I mean? With
But how do the
liberty and
religious
justice
people
for all.
have that hate? Like I don't
No, but
understand.
because religious people have always had that hate. Religious people have always been seculative. They've always been secular. They've always been divisible. There's always been division. There's no alignment with a religion. It's a practice, and there's a king in that. There's a hierarchy. Anytime there's a hierarchy, there's always going to be people that are going to fall at the bottom. We've been taught through stories and narratives that there's always going to be a slave or, a person underfoot, a serf, a nomad, whatever. And then there's always going to be culture and civilization. And civilization is organized confusion.
Hmm.
You feel me? So once we recognize that, everybody's right now is blood or cripping right now. Everybody's part of their gang. They're not really listening to know each other. It's hard to listen to somebody when you see something that you feel is obviously a dummy can see it. Like I'm from New York, so I knew what he was about. If you let that man in the stores, he gonna do what he do. You know what I mean? And being from New York, I understand it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying I understand.
Hmm.
And a lot of people that I know that was flocking to him weren't New Yorkers. So I'm like, oh, y'all don't let the
I don't even think it
the hen in the
matters.
chicken house,
I don't even think
huh?
it matters. I don't think New York matters. I think what matters is, to your point earlier, is the hatred, the people who I don't know. I can't, I don't understand it. I really don't. It's the people that are uneducated and the people that do not want equality for all for whatever reason, because it's usually the people who are poor who are voting for him. So it doesn't make sense, because
Well,
unless,
but
unless they
there's a
just
lot
don't
of
understand that he's not for
there's
them.
there's a lot of people with money voting for him too. There was a lot
Yeah.
of people in the middle class and upper middle class that voted for him too. That's what I'm
Do you know
saying.
what's
This
really
election,
weird?
yes.
Why is it like the celebrities? Why are
Hmm.
they like, the majority of them are left leaning and don't support him? Isn't that, and they have the most money? Not the most, but they have a lot of money. I mean, isn't that weird how that's working out?
Yeah, but here's the thing about celebrity, right? And Hollywood's its own creature and its own thing. Um, at the end of the day, as far as being a celebrity, there's only so many celebrities. Like in the NBA, there's 255 players. So that ain't the representation of everybody that dribbles a basketball. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So when you say people with money, it may be the people with money, but not people with money that voted for him. I know people with large money that voted for him. You know what I mean? Like
No,
I
I
said,
don't. I don't.
I do. I
Yeah.
do. I know several people that I'm cool with that voted for him. Yeah, I did not. Okay, but then again, I can't vote, and even if I could, I wouldn't. And if I could, I wouldn't be vote for him. It for me, it was a choice of shit on my shirt or piss on my pants or some shit like that. It just didn't make sense. I didn't like neither
Well, it,
candidate. I know their records. I know Kamala's voting record, which I substantially did not agree with the disproportionate jailing and prosecution of black and brown people. Um, I don't think neither party is the solution. I think there needs to be something new. I think there needs to be something out there that tells people what the real deal is, so they can get. There's enough for everyone. You know what I mean? There literally is. Between our science and everything, there's no need for a bill. There's no need for anything. There is, put into the structure or not, like the board type of thing. You know what I mean? That's a Star Trek reference. Um, Something like that. Just put in or don't put in. type thing. But there's enough for everybody. You don't think there's enough for everybody, Christy? That there's enough for everybody?
Yeah.
There really is. We throw away in the whole world. We throw away so much.
Yeah.
There's enough for everybody. You know what I mean? The construct of we need to be at each other and we need to take away people's worth based on their religious, their education, or their money is over. It's kind of outdated. It's been outdated because science has caught up to it. Agriculture and everything has caught up to it. So you know, it's time. It's a new day. Eventually, people will wake up and see it. It's a new day, but they're
Yeah.
gonna have to break away from old gangs.
There's a lot of people that did vote for him, whether they be poor, disenfranchised, or whether they have money that are experiencing buyer's remorse. So I mean, at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, when the Pied Piper, you know, appeals, plays the tune that you want to hear, it is what it is. To get you to give him that vote. And then, once old boy is in there, he's going to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. And it may align with your beliefs, and it may not. But you're going to get that. I mean, maybe not to the extent that this particular president has done it, but you know, no nobody is going. There's no one that's going to be satisfied around the board. You're not going to satisfy the whole American public all the way around the board. It's not going
Yes,
to
you can.
happen. You just
No,
can't.
Yes, you can. Yeah,
no,
you
you
can.
can't.
How?
No,
Yeah, you can.
but guys, but we have
Everybody
to
wanted that check when we had COVID. Everybody wanted that check.
agree though
Mm.
that this is something different. This is not. This is abnormal. This is crazy.
Oh, I ain't saying it ain't. I agree with you, but like I said, you know, it is what it is right now. I mean, so what are we, what tune are we going to play when the next election rolls around?
Well, it's so funny. I just read a headline. I don't know if it was like an opinion on the New York Times or whatever. I get headlines all the time, but it was is JD Vance fit to run? And I was like, oh God, is he thinking about it? Like, because I think he's more dangerous than this guy. But
Oh,
I don't.
he definitely is. He has more intent. He's definitely more cognitive and more direct, and he's been schooled by the best. What he can get away with. Continue, please.
Yeah. No, so that's it. So like, so what are they gonna do? Are they gonna then they have to stick to their party or what? So are we gonna just keep going further darker
See, and
or
see, but
what?
this is what I'm saying, and then the hunter becomes the hunted. Remember, this man came in office under the threat of going to jail. Had he not won, he was going to be in prison and die in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And that's political. Yes, as a businessman, ill practices, whatever. Yeah, but I'm telling you, this is what it was. So when he beat the odds and did that, he owes favors to so many people. There's so much on that side of the story that if somebody told the story of him in a human form, you know what I mean? Like, the bullshit as well as the pressure, as well as the being cornered. We don't know his story yet. We only know what's being done in sound bites and this, that, the third. But we don't know the stories. And a lot of us won't know the stories until decades later. Decades. And then we'll
Basically, until
know.
you're dead.
Yes, and then we'll know the story. You know how it is. Like when you know the real story of Richard Pryor, or the real story of your favorite artist. Like even the Michael Jackson movie. You missed that one, Christy. Did you
Mm,
ever see the Michael Jackson movie though? Did you get to
no.
go see it?
Mm-mm.
It was good. We all went on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We went with mom,
Very entertaining.
but very entertaining. But it was also a little bit insightful, and people grew their own narratives. I assume you were a Michael Jackson fan, right, Christy?
Yeah, and I think I pretty much know his story. It's sad. The whole thing is. I mean,
Yes, it's very sad, but also there's another sad story in there. There's a sad story about his father. There's a sad story about his father came up a certain way, brought his kids to stardom, and now he's heavily demonized. But none of his kids was, on the pole, drugged out, or any of the stuff that you see now of these pop stars.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's the best guy in the world, but I'm just saying as far as like being the following person, you never heard nothing about no drugs, no nothing. It was hard work in the steel mill in from Gary, Indiana, and then from there to what they were doing, whatever. So, as a father, how much more could you ask for? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, you could ask for a lot of stuff. Can you hug me more? Can you not smack me as much or whatever? I get that, and that's a valid thing. I'm not taking nothing away. I'm not even making light of it. But I am saying that that black man got his family out of the hood, out of all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And everybody in that whole crew is like royalty. They had to play their political politics. You know what I mean? So it was sad. You don't have a childhood, and first you sing to please your parents, then you sing to please the little bit of people that'll throw you a couple of quarters, and now you're singing for the whole world to pass out on you. That's a lot of stress, don't you think, Christy? That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Mm-hmm.
it's a crazy amount of stress. You know what I mean? And then you're always on performance mode.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you do is magnified. If you eat if he ate a cheeseburger, it was the biggest fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I don't know if we'll ever see a star like that. A lot of this stuff is manufactured. Do you think, Chrissy, that we'll ever see a star as big as Michael Jackson again?
I don't. I don't know. I want to say I don't think so, but I think it's just because we're older and I don't
Mm.
know. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of who is like
Chris Brown,
no. So who's like really popular? That might be the next generation's Michael Jackson. Does that make sense?
Drake.
Maybe something like that. Yeah.
All right. So you even have a Drake, but no one's passing out because they seen Drake.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
know.
understand what I'm saying?
No, I
That they
know.
touched his hand. This man, somebody died just by his glow of the glove or some shit. This guy's like in the Guinness Book of World Record of killing motherfuckers going on tour. You know what I'm saying? It's, come on.
It's a suicide. It's a suicide.
You know what I'm saying? Like this guy is like the Chuck Norris of fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he's the first thing you think of. Like when you put any name next to him, it doesn't resonate as big, right? Right, Christy? Right, Scott?
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
it,
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
agree with you.
resonate. It just does. I don't care.
No.
We're at the food truck, right? We're playing Michael Jackson, and the young kids are coming through singing the song word
Yeah.
for word. So it's not even a generational thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
we might never see that again. Him and Prince are like some of the craziest. If
Yeah.
I think of a mega star that you know
Yeah.
that's who's your favorite artist right now, Christy?
I don't know that I have one.
Oh my God! See what I'm saying?
I
So so
know.
so that's what I'm talking about. No staying power
Wait,
whatsoever.
who are yours?
Um, and I know like all right. So J Cole, I I like SZA. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about like now.
Mm.
Um, Summer Walker. Um, there's a dude who sounds just like Marvin Gaye. I think his name is London. I
Yeah, yeah,
love
yeah,
his
yeah.
work. Yeah, good work. You know what I mean? There's a lot of exciting stuff out there for me, but I love Chris Brown too. Real talk, Chris Brown. Love Chris Brown's work. I
See,
love Usher's
I
work.
I love
Um,
all of them, but I don't know that they have like I just listen to a lot now.
you know,
I think the most
and Drake and Kendrick Lamar love both of their work, their
I don't
catalogs. Their catalogs are good.
yeah. I don't know
Their
about Drake.
catalogs are well. Drake's got some good stuff. I mean, most of the stuff is self-absorbed. It's regular, pretentious,
Yeah.
pop, stuff. I think he's trying to hold on to a younger audience way too long. Whereas the way Mike had the younger audience was strictly of his mystery is like he wasn't oversaturated.
Yeah.
You know, he only had several albums as far as like as an adult, but he was make an album tour for 5 years, make an album tour for 5 years, make an album tour for five. Like you feel me? The different type of artist. So you're really seeing that artist. You're touching him with the tour off just the one album. So the staying power of his albums were longer than the pop albums of today. Would
Yeah.
you agree with that?
What about like, okay, so for this generation, I'm still trying to think of like a different generation's Michael Jackson. What about like Beyonce?
And Beyonce is cool, but some of the stuff with Beyonce, she wasn't all. Everything with Michael was a hit to me. Everything
Yeah.
with Beyonce was not.
Right. Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Because even with the Cowboy album, it was okay, but I thought it was kind of pretentious. What about you? But she is from Texas, but she did so much pop and so much city lines, and whether it was Miami or New York vibe or whatever, or California, that for her to go back to her Texas type roots with it almost seemed a little bit fake. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because then it became this big dance thing with the cowboy hats, and it was like, I don't know how I felt about that. I don't want to keep her locked in the box, and she is from Texas, so I want to be very clear to my fan base and the audience of this show. And Beyonce's an incredible artist. I just felt like it was a little bit pretentious with the country thing. That's all I'm saying. And then was the Lee commercial afterwards, right? It started looking kind of weird.
Taylor Swift. She has a ton of music.
Yes. And Taylor Swift is cool, but again, catalog for catalog, you know what I mean? Like some of this, again, Taylor Swift she doesn't have, I'll play the whole album and I won't skip a record. I'm sorry, she just doesn't.
See, I like a lot of her songs, a lot.
I'm familiar with her work, but I'm just saying you still got skips on there. You understand what I'm saying? That it's not. All right, so what album would you say Taylor Swift has that's a clear play for her?
No, there is not one. I mean, first of all, I don't even know the names of all of them, but I know that I like a shit ton of her songs.
Just one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it was like her, what is it, Red? I think it was like one of her first, not first, but.
Yes. No, that's like the second or third. No, third album.
Yeah.
That's the third album. But that's a strong album.
Yeah.
Again, there's still skips in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's still skips in there. Whereas when you talk about like a Thriller or, you know what I mean, Off the Wall, this is what I'm saying. Two albums that when you play it, you may not know the song, but when you hear it, all of a sudden you're there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, fuck, this is good shit.
Yeah. Scott, who's your favorite artist right now?
Honestly.
See?
She's picking on you.
Yeah,
Scott. You
I can't.
fucking say a name. Say a name, Scott. Come on. Give me something.
Elton John. And he's still alive.
She said him today, bro. She said
he's still alive. He's still playing. Even in even in London.
I get what she's saying. Like, you know what the fuck she's saying? Scott. Don't you try this fucking
bullshit I do, but you know it. Man.
He's like, I don't know shit.
It's like for me, it's okay, like people that I like are like people like Jill Scott. People like
I love Jill Scott.
Everybody loves Jill Scott. But she's saying like right now. So like, all right, say SZA or her. We play him at the truck all the time.
I would say her. I would say SZA because I could get down with that. I can get down with SZA. I can get down with her.
Oh yes,
yeah,
absolutely. We play her at the truck too, at the restaurant.
A lot. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like there are other artists, Scott, that we listed. We really fuck. You know, that set the vibe. That really set the vibe.
Yeah, but I could say but there isn't anybody that I would like break my neck to go out and buy their album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh damn, damn.
I mean, like you said,
Well, you
you're
don't
not.
even have to buy the album. You don't have to buy the album no more. It's
But I'm
just
saying that they're not on the Michael Jackson or the Prince, caliber of artists.
Mhm.
Especially when you're
oh
talking
damn.
about their performance, their showmanship, their staying power, all of that. So I mean,
Well,
ain't
Drake's been
nobody
on it.
can.
Drake's been on there for a long time. I would like to say 2009 to now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
No.
could give you that, but he whines too much.
Yes.
Oh damn, damn Drake. I
Uh,
tried. I tried, man. I tried. You know he's back out with his new he has 3 albums that he just dropped. Iceman. Some of the songs are all right. Um, not some of his best work. I think it's okay. I think he's still grabbing for teeny bopper shit a little bit too much. I think he needs to grow up a little bit. But that's just my opinion. And I ain't worth that much. And this man's worth like a gazillion dollars. And that's how you guys go, right? Whoever has the
True.
most money, opinion
Mm.
really matters. So, shout out to Drake, man, for putting out 3 mid albums. You know what I'm saying? 3 mid out. Yeah, let me put it this way. Hey, Christy, how many Drake songs you know right now from his new album?
I don't know any, I don't think.
Exactly, 3 mid albums. Where when he came out first, it was everywhere, and it was a mixtape. You know what I mean? Like literally, his first album was one of his best albums, and then I found out most of his music that he had on there was stolen. Like it was other people's stuff, which
Well,
is
Mm.
crazy. Yeah. So it's like kind of like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Are you too young
Mm.
to remember Nilly Vanilli, Christy?
Oh,
Are you too?
girl,
Are you
you
too?
know it's
there
true.
you know it's
Oh
true.
shit! It's
Ah,
over.
ooh,
It's
ooh, ooh,
over.
I
I
love
love you.
you.
Oh shit! You guys, you need to stop this bullshit. But but
And we really sang that. We just really did sing that.
yeah, y'all just
Yes.
knocked that out. Y'all knocked out the park. I'm so in love, girl, and this is true. Um,
I'm
so
dying. I'm
so
dying. I'm dying over here.
so
I'm dying over
so
here.
so so that's what Drake is, right? He's somebody else made it, somebody else he sang some of it, so let's give him that. But it's Nilly Vanilli, right? Is this
Mm,
what it is? I'm so in love,
mm,
girl,
Oh my
and this is
god.
true. Like,
mm.
come on, bro. I don't know. I like I said, I think Christy's right, man. Drake just doesn't he doesn't have the bar because Mike's one song Human Nature, I don't think there's a Drake song that can mess with one song of Michael Jackson's.
No, no. And then
Right?
you also saw his progression through time. Michael Jackson, he appealed to the younger crowds, and then as he continued to progress and mature, he appealed to everyone. He took the younger crowd with him, got to the older crowd. I mean, it's like you're not going to find somebody that don't know at least one Michael Jackson song.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things where you can put one song of his up against a lot of stuff. And I'm not talking like some no offense, I'm not trying to call it corny, but We Are the World is nothing to me. But I can play Human Nature anytime or Rock with You and it's gonna go. And it
Mhm.
doesn't matter what age I'm playing it for.
Yep.
Who else can I do that with? You know what I mean? And this is his music. This is not somebody's, like everybody's sampling and I'm from that generation, but everybody's taking a piece of someone's older music and making it. This is him. He is the original older music, and,
Hmm.
and he made timeless music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Christy, can you tell me a Wu Tang song?
cream, get the money.
See that
Dollar
that's what I'm
bill,
talking.
y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. Does Drake have one of those, Christy?
I listen. I should know. I should know that. I just don't know.
Mm-mm.
I don't know the title.
But
I
but
don't
you,
know.
you but you understand what I'm saying? Like people that have reached. But I seen a Wu Tang. I've been at Wu Tang on concerts. I'm from Staten Island, but what I'm saying is, you don't. Those guys will be in Germany, and everyone's saying this stuff just like Drake is doing a show in Germany. You feel me? Except they did that shit 30 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but they can still go out there now. So your test of time, is how long. What classic did you make? Drake's first album was a classic. It was a mixtape, but it was a classic. I know some of the. I to this day I know those songs. You know what I mean? I know some stuff in between here and there from doing music and everything else, but Michael Jackson, literally, I've seen the youngest of people know his stuff. Like this, it's phenomenal. So I think Chrissy's right there. I don't think there's no one out there that we can put up there with him. I don't literally think there's no one.
No.
You know what I mean? The only person I know music like I know Blue Suede Shoes from Elvis. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is where we up at. This is where he's up.
Okay, but
You understand what I'm saying? He's up. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
wait. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like each generation, I think has. I don't know. I don't think I'm playing devil's advocate. But now that you mentioned Elvis Presley,
Mm-hmm.
what don't you think that was that generation's Michael Jackson?
Yes, absolutely. But here's the thing:
Yeah. Yeah, I
when
guess
El,
so. Because
when yeah,
yeah, because I mean, because you're talking about not just cross generational, we're talking about cross cultural too. So you know, yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it.
um, I see both sides of the fence. The good devil's advocate on that one. For being a slave at the time. But I'm just sincerely saying, if I took a survey, let's get a survey going. If I took a survey right now, Michael Jackson versus who? Who gets Michael Jackson up out of here? You know what I mean? And it's just one song. You got to do just one song. You know what I mean? I think that's a good challenge right there. Like what one song? You know what I mean? You go song to song because then the generations can stick out, right?
I think he can play stump the chump on that one because nobody's beating Michael Jackson to me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now we're when we put it out there, we're gonna put it out to everyone, so everyone can
Hmm.
answer it. I'll plaster it everywhere. I just want to know
Yeah, I
who
am curious. I'm curious to hear what people's responses would be to that.
real shit. Because if Mike, like I said, I don't know about. Let me see. Yeah, Mike. Even in the verses, Mike would really be kicking ass because
Oh God.
those songs,
Well,
they hit different.
it's
They hit
catalog.
different, man. The catalog hit different. Well, we might be a slave at a time, like Christy said. We're just some old fuckers,
Yeah.
um, just
That's what I'm
reminiscing
trying
on,
Yeah, it
to.
could
That's
be.
what I'm trying to figure out.
When Muhammad Ali was out there, he would have kicked Mike Tyson's ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like it
Okay.
might be like, yeah, he would have kicked my ass, but I would have bit his ear.
Mama
You know what I
call,
mean? Like
Mama
it's
call his
different shit.
Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. I think I don't know, but we're definitely gonna put out there. I know it'll chop it up now that I mentioned it that much, but we definitely want to see, who could stand up to Mike. Let's say 5 songs, 5 songs to 5 songs. Who can stand up to Michael Jackson? 5 songs to 5 songs. You think that's fair, Christy? 5 songs, Scott?
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
I'm on Mike's side. I don't think there's anybody that could do it.
Who you think can do it, Christy? I know you got somebody out there that can do it.
I know, and that's what I mean. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and think it's generational, but I don't. I'm in this generation, so I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm. Hey, do y'all see that I put up or no?
No.
No. Well, it's Regina. She says Drake, aka Keith Sweat. So she's saying Drake. I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, Regina. I don't think so. I think you think somebody can beat Mike in 5 songs, Christy?
No.
So no, 5 songs. I don't think nobody can capture us enough for that long for 5 songs. You know what I mean? Like honestly. But anyway, that is the end of the pod. We have done entirely too much. Christy G has definitely got to get her avatar on, which is super dope. I'm a little
Yeah,
jealous of that one, but we'll see it tomorrow, hopefully. Um, let's see how this dating situation keeps going. We're gonna go for the unattractive. We're gonna go for just the chemistry and everything else, and see how that works
fun
out.
guy.
You know
Nice
what I mean? Fun,
experiment.
yeah, little experiment out there. You know what I mean?
Give
And
the fun, give the fun guy another shot.
we invite you guys to tell us about your next your date experience, and if you need the advice, we'll give it to you. We'll tell you just how it
Wait,
is. Yeah, Christy will tell you definitely how the fuck it is.
wait.
For,
Why isn't Scott? Scott, you need to go on dates. And
yes,
Regina.
Yeah, yeah,
because
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Nobody's
Okay.
quite tickled my fancy yet.
That's the problem. It takes forever for me to even get to the date point.
You know,
Is that
I
right?
I'm 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 taking I'm taking a page out of my brother's book, and I'm trying to talk more, communicate more, listen more. Before I really start really putting myself out there. I think you know I got a little bit more work to do on myself.
Mm.
plus it's quality over quantity.
Yes, yes,
Quality over quantity. I always had a lot of quantity, but the quality wasn't there. You know what I mean? The real quality wasn't there. You want to talk to people that inspire you to be a better version of you. You don't want somebody to validate that you're great. You want somebody to inspire you to be great.
yeah,
That's what I think.
definitely agree with that.
The power of women or your person. Don't you want that, Christy? Somebody to inspire you to be more,
Yeah,
right? Inspiration. Because
it's
sometimes,
hard.
especially when you accomplish stuff by yourself, you know.
It's hard though. It's hard to, So I'm just slowly taking the criteria down a notch.
I think you really hit that nail on the head with the quality. Someone that inspires you, and I think I haven't come across that inspirational person yet.
Well, you got to think.
Somebody that's
Do you know what it is though? How would you? All right, if I take you out to Amazon, right, and I put you in a car, you wouldn't know what that car is until you went in that motherfucker. If you've never been in it, you may not recognize it.
true.
I was like that. Some things there were some good ones that passed me by. Every relationship that I had that was rocky or went sideways, it definitely wasn't always the woman's fault. You know what I mean? I would say 90% me. You know what I mean? Did people exploit that because they had sour attitudes or whatever? Possibly, but everybody has their own journey and their own story. But I know myself well enough to know that you know I didn't know those things. I had no clue. You know what I mean? So I had to be open to when people would give me good advice, like Christy. Hey, maybe it's your circle. So I start making my circle a little bit more inclusive. and harder to get at me. And then it was like, now what is noise? What is not noise? You know what I mean? What is inspiration and what is a crutch, and so forth. So I started to see those things. So I had to retrain myself to even know what to look for. You feel what
Mm,
I'm saying? Sometimes
yeah.
you gotta retrain yourself, because you gotta retrain yourself and get yourself out of your funk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because no one's perfect, so we always got things to work on. So sometimes, like, you know what? Maybe I need to listen a little bit more. Let me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me hear what's going on. Now, maybe I need to react a little bit more here or there. Just figuring it out, figuring out yourself too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you figure yourself out, women will like you a lot more, because they're like, all right, he got this figured out, so now he can lead a little bit, and so now they can take the rest of not having to plan everything or do everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
step up, because now you've dealt with your stuff. You're not hiding in a hole. You're out here. You're trying to live. You want to find somebody that inspires you to live. What do you think about that, Christy?
Yeah, the problem is that it's just really, really hard. Like the one I'm entertaining, it's it's not only the lack of attractiveness, but like you guys kind of put me in check because when we did like our criteria, but so I'm
Well,
trying to
thank
like
you.
yeah, but I'm it's almost like I'm settling. I'm trying to take it down a notch and not have these things, right? So to me, somebody who's going to inspire me is self-employed and has no glass ceiling and has, like all the ambition and motivation, and but that's not reality. I mean, it could be reality, but 9 times out of 10 these guys are just working their regular jobs, right?
But you got to go into a circle. Remember when you told me to change my environment?
I know. Well,
You got to go in that circle, and that circle exists. We know it exists.
yeah. So it's a matter of all these years are just going by, and I'm looking, as people say, I'm looking for my unicorn. And is it worth it? Do I need to just find somebody fun and somebody to enjoy time with and call it a day? Does that make sense?
Uh,
Yeah, it does make sense. Um, Black Regina says, "Don't underestimate the value of laughter. Ease everyday conversation, consistency, emotional gentleness, romance, and the stage often grows best when it doesn't feel forced."
Hmm.
So that's what at Black Regina says.
Yeah.
Shout out. But yeah, I do understand that. But connection is the biggest thing. If
Yeah.
connection is the biggest
mm,
thing, you can't constantly be hang up on a certain amount of attractiveness, or you have to start finding the attractiveness. You have to start finding, because remember, just being a human being, right, is a beautiful thing. Would we all agree on that?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing,
yeah.
right? So it sometimes about finding the beauty in certain things that you may not have seen before. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to consistency and building something, and trying to grow. But you do have to be around a circle of people like that. You know what I mean?
Hard. There's not a lot of us out there.
No, there's not a lot of entrepreneurs, not a lot of people that want to leave their safe station. You know what I mean? Like taking going out there, being an entrepreneur takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot. People act like things are given or whatever. It's like, no, you have to do a lot. You have to make those plans. You have to get up. You know what I mean? You have to follow through, follow through, follow through, follow through.
Yeah.
And sometimes people like us, who are entrepreneurs, will think like, if we don't see people that know how to follow through, we don't really want to be around them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We just don't want to be around them, because we're like, hey, we followed through, we went for it, we did it, we rebuild it, you know what I
But
mean,
it
we did it.
takes I always say this phrase, and that's why I'm attracted to us, is it takes a certain amount of crazy, like
Yes.
bravery, whatever, to do this, to have your own business. And
Yes.
the majority of people do their 9 to 5.
Yes.
And
And
why?
and
And that's not, but that shouldn't be beneath us. It's just,
but we don't feel their vibration. Like my girl says, man, the operating on a higher frequency.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like operating on a higher frequency, and the frequency is like, do make it happen. Let's go. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? That's the frequency. The other things don't register with us because we don't hear. You can't. I mean, I seen you down to like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. We done had 2 hurricanes, ain't shit selling. You know what I'm saying? It was, she was talking about going to Costa Rica.
I was
She's
like, I'm
like,
out.
I don't know what I could do, but I know in Costa Rica, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this.
Lord.
I was like, just hold on. So
I was like,
yes,
I'm.
but I believed the whole time. I really believed it when I said, I'm like, don't worry, this too shall pass. Let's go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Was I not always like that the whole time?
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and you need that consistent voice in your head. You need to surround yourself with people with that consistent voice in your head. So entrepreneurs like to have other entrepreneurs around them. Now, sometimes we can't stand each other because we
yeah,
have our own methods of getting to the bag. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, we still like our spirit because we know, like, all right, you did that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So it's a different type of
Yeah.
level of thing. So when we see the other person like punching the clock, we're like, all right, yeah, all right, get it. You got it. This is your consistency. But if you had to, you can't make a move without permission. And something
yeah,
about that doesn't sit right with us. That's what an
yep.
entrepreneur is. Someone who
Hmm.
it doesn't sit right when someone else has to say when we can go outside. Am I right, Christy? Am I right, Scott?
Yeah,
When somebody
yeah.
says, "Hey,
I have to agree with you unequivocally. I have to agree with you,
you
brother.
can't do it. Hey, man, I just want to
And the
spend time
glass
with the
ceiling.
yeah, I want to spend time with the grandkids, but hey Joe, you get your PTO next month. I'll just make that work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are
Two
you
weeks. You
fucking
have
kidding
two
me? Yeah,
2 weeks a year.
I've had those jobs, so I know what it feels like.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I know what it feels like when I'm fretting to get back, and I'm like, damn, if I could, I wish I could stay another day. I remember working in the warehouse. You know what I mean? And doing
Hmm.
those jobs. And it's like, yo, this shit sucks. The check was consistent. It wasn't bad money. It wasn't like, oh my god, I'm broke. You know what I mean? I was great with that, but it was like I couldn't make a move unless they told me,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I couldn't deal with that.
it fucking sucked.
I once
Like,
threw a vial at my boss.
oh shit, yeah, you wilding, you doing too much. And again, the
Yeah,
opinions expressed here by Heroes Nothing we have nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
and I and I still
Trans,
didn't get
trans, translate that
and I
shit.
still didn't get fired.
You should have been fired. He's like, I'm telling you, because even when you always sound so sweet. So no matter what, I can imagine you having an attitude. Like, I can't take this anymore. It's like, really? What's taking- if I was taller, you
I
would respect me.
threw
You're telling the truth. Like,
I threw a test tube at her.
there's no way in fucking hell you would have still been
Test
there with me.
tube,
I
baby.
would have I would have felt like I was melting. I would have went against the wall like it would have been over. It'd have been over. I can't do shit
And
with
like
shit.
and then I
I
just
can't.
walked out and I
Oh
came
yeah,
back the next day.
you would have had to run out because I'd have been on the ground dying. They would have called the ambulance. We'd be like, yo, why is the ambulance here? This guy's tripping. Like, I'm like, oh no, this shit is on me, dog. I don't know what it is. Like,
Oh God.
they don't have a name for this shit yet. They just put this shit in the vial.
So I had
Nah,
no
Mm.
choice. I had to work for myself.
yeah, you definitely do. If you're once you're about doing that shit, you done.
Cooked.
Hey,
Fucking
Black
cooked.
Regina says never confuse having a career with having a life. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right. Have a life. A career is one thing, but you definitely have to have who has that social life like that? That would be Christy, because she does all the what's the things you be doing, Christy? You do the
The sports. Adult
Yeah, the
recreational
leagues.
sports.
Yeah, the adult
Yeah.
recreational sports, man. Shout out to those leagues, and that's another place, Scott, that you need to start doing, man. You need to get in one of those leagues, man. They don't cost much. They're great, social interaction. They're age appropriate
It's so much fun.
and they're fun. They're fun as hell.
Hey, before I go, can I put a topic in the suggestion box?
Yes, you can. What
Think
is it?
about this, guys.
Oh Lord, see when she starts with shit. Fuck. Okay, hit us with it.
Do you think that I think did we touch upon this maybe already? Do you think that there's always in somebody's life the one that got away?
Absolutely,
Or
absolutely. We
yeah.
got to
Yeah.
do that tomorrow. We got to do that tomorrow. I'm sorry, I got to cut us
No, don't
off.
do it tomorrow. I have happy hour tomorrow.
You have happy. Oh my God, come on, we have to do this tomorrow, man. But we're definitely going to
So
touch
you
on it
already threw
tomorrow.
you already threw the topic out there. You know.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to touch it tomorrow. Again, from Christy G, Scott Black Rambo, and myself, Harold, who knows absolutely nothing. We're
Nothing.
gonna catch you on the flip side. I hope y'all enjoyed that intro, man. The intro was fire. And yes, we still have the most long-winded goodbye ever in pod history. Christy, tomorrow, the one that got away. We'll see you later in the pod, maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
And put that that nice picture on you. Because I
Okay.
think it's dope.
Oh yeah,
All right.
that
We'll
avatar's
catch,
dope.
hey, Black Regina. Hey, shout at Sharon55 because we never forget you. Candle's been lit and everything else, so we're good in the building. You guys take it easy.
Bye.
Peace.
Oh yeah, I finally got